Hello. So today I'll be presenting the modeling and simulation final project. The scenario that I've chosen is interview preparation. I am Mahan Das and my net ID is MXD190022. The section 1 is knowledge. The concept that I've used is machine learning interview question preparation, and the tool that has been used is mind maps. So just a brief idea of the scenario that I'm thinking. It is basically an interview preparation, and interview preparations can be, for computer science, could be diverted into two parts. One could be the software development interview preparation, and the other one could be a data scientist interview preparation. In this case, the concept of machine learning interview questions tend towards the data scientist preparation. Here we can see that the machine learning is the base idea, and based on that we have several different ideas. So there is supervised learning, which could lead to regression, and classification problems. Classification problems could be anything as simple as determining the gender of a person, male, female, other genders. Or it could be unsupervised learning, where we don't really have labels and we are doing clustering, association rules, and dimension reduction when we have a large data set. Sometimes a lot of models don't work out properly, so we do ensemble learning, where we stack models one after the other, and the final model performs better compared to the initial models individually. There is bagging and boosting. And then there is reinforcement learning, which people know these days that Tesla uses reinforcement learning heavily. And then there is the most famous neural nets and deep learning, which can have a span of items. For example, the convolutional neural networks, recurrent neural network, generative adversarial networks, autoencoders, and perceptrons. So this is a mind map for machine learning interview preparation. The next topic is shape. And for this, I've decided to select interview preparation area, and the model that I've used is Tinkercad, because the area where we prepare for an interview is very important. So this is what I've came up with. This was based from a YouTube tutorial in full transparency, which showed me how to make the table from using a rectangle, then using different four cylinders to create the legs of the table, and then the same process went for the chair's base, and then a rectangle was curved to make the back of the chair. The pencil, laptop, and the flower was pre-existing diagrams present in the Tinkercad. The next topic is state. For this, so every interview preparation has lots of interview questions that one candidate has to prepare for. In this case, I select one of a question, which is string to integer conversion, A to I, and the model that I've used is finite state machine to describe this question. In this particular part, I'm trying to explain how the A to I function works. A to I function is just converting a string to an integer. As we can see from the second case below, words and 987 will have an output 0 because that's not a valid number. In the first scenario, we can see it's a lot of blank spaces, then a negative value, and then 42. So the value that we want is minus 42. We go through the state of blank several times till we find the next state, which is the minus symbol, and then we find the final value, which is 42. So that's why we have an integer, which is minus 42. So there are three states in this, which is the blank characters, the signed characters, and the digit characters. We start with the initial state, which is for the blank character, the state is kept 1 till there is a new state. In the signed character, we move to the signed state, and for the digit character, we move to the state 3. And continuing this identity, we continuously identify the valid transitions in state 2 and 3. And that is how we have the FSM in this slide. So we have three states: the initialization, which is kind of the blanks state, and then we have the signed state and the integer state. The blanks can be multiple, so there's a loop in there. Whenever there's a transition to signed value, that would go to this state 2, and if there is a transition to digit, then it goes to state 3. Digits can be multiple, so there's a loop in that, but signs cannot be multiple. If it is, then it's not a valid state. So here we can see the output of the program I'm just about to show in the next demo. So I'll directly try to show the demo, which is for the string to integer. In this case, this is a common platform called LeetCode where we have several questions we can practice on, and here the string to integer question is present. So this has been converted into a finite state machine code where I'll add this example. We have several blanks and a negative value and then 42. So on running the code, we can see that the current state is 1, which is the blank state, and that happens several times till we clear out all the blank values. And then finally we have the negative value, so that's the sign state, and then we move to the next state, which is the digit state, and we stay there twice because there are two values which are the digit state. This is how the simulation is being done for this particular example. We can have several other test cases that we can add here, and we can check how this thing is working. So in the case of 42, we can see that we only have like two states, which is the two-digit state. The next thing is spatial representation. So for this, I've used interview practice, and the tool used is agent-based modeling. So the agent here is me as a candidate or an interviewee, and the thing that I do every morning would be to practice two problems on any topic, attempt it for a maximum of 30 to 45 minutes, and if I'm not able to solve it, check the problem. And in both the cases, after checking the solution, and if I can solve it, I note down the way the problem is solved. And then this loop is repeated several times, and the practice problem in an interval of 10 days. So based on this, I will demo the following part, which is the memory. And I follow this correlation, which is memory is correlated to muscle development, luck of interviews correlated to the lottery system, and the job market is correlated to move towards target. So these are the predefined models which are present in NetLogos. So we start with muscle development. We can see that if we have no intensity, then the muscle development is literally not happening. Even if we increase it, the value does not change much. It will just be on a lower scale. But suddenly when we increase the intensity, and let's say we increase the work hours as well, then this value we can see has increased drastically. And that's how it is. We need to practice a lot of questions to make sure that our intensity is high. We need to have good hours of sleep, and there should be intervals between the workouts. Of course, there's a bump when we practice more frequently, and that can be seen here. The next correlation is the luck of an interview, which is something similar to a lottery system. So in this lottery example, we have big turtles, and they have a higher chance of winning. Big turtles can be directly correlated with a big institution or someone who has practiced a lot of questions. So people who have generally practiced a lot of questions have a higher tendency of cracking the interviews, and in general, people who come from Ivy Leagues or big colleges also have a higher tendency of getting into big companies. So as we can see here, this model also shows that initially there may be a random chance that other models are showing up higher, but on a longer run, the ones which are bigger end up getting bigger values. The next thing is the job market, which is moved towards target. So this example shows in real life job scenarios, there'll be a lot of people and not really too many jobs. So in that scenario, we can see that there is a lot of candidates, and the right candidates hardly meet up. So every candidate is almost fighting every other company, and that's kind of what the market is these days. An ideal scenario would be to have 20 and 20 jobs, so where everyone has equal opportunities, everyone can try out two to three different companies, and they can decide where to go. But especially in the COVID situation where the jobs have reduced quite a bit, I think the real scenario would be something more like this. So yeah, this was my 4 representations for the scenario of interview preparation. Thank you.